Hello, hello everyone. The Walking Dead is here in Dead by Daylight. PTB patch 9.1 is out now with Rick and Michonne Grimes. I'm going to show you everything you need to know for this collab and end with the other patch notes that feature some killer and perk changes. Some of our favorite killers like the Knight, the Clown, and Pyramid Head. Okay, we have a Rick Grimes. Let's see what we have. Oh, we have the legendary Daryl skin. Oh my goodness. I might have to snag this one. And he's wearing his iconic vest. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's check out Rick. Oh my god, this is from season 1. This is very early on. That's awesome. Brutal Awakening. Last Day on Earth. Okay, and they're gonna change the pants on this one. Right now it just matches the basic one, but here we have the basic skin. Let's look at his perks. Apocalyptic Ingenuity. After unlocking or rummaging through 2 chests, press the ability button for 8 seconds next to a broken pallet to build a fragile pallet. So it's going to be like a Freddy pallet or like an event pallet. See the aura of broken pallets within 32 meters. I don't know. This seems like it takes a lot to build a not so great pallet. Having to rummage through 2 chests and then you can do a fragile pallet, which is super risky. I don't see this being used that often. You can see the difference between the pallet I just built with the X on it and the regular pallet without the X on it. I find that hard to pay attention to while you're in chase. I think it'll be hard to know which ones are fake and which ones are real if you're not really paying attention. Come and get me! After unhooking a survivor, while crouched and idle, press the ability button to make injured and dying survivors within 24 meters leave no scratch marks or pools of blood for 15 seconds. Might be good for a Swift. See this being hard to pull off in solo queue. Teamwork, toughen up. When another survivor pallet stuns or blinds a killer while you are injured within 24 meters, your grunts of pain, scratch marks, and pools of blood are reduced by 100% for 30 seconds. Not sure how this one's gonna work. Okay, let's look at Michonne's. Ooh, I love this. You know our DVD players love a good cape moment. Awesome. The next road. I love this one, What We Become. Okay, let's check out the perks. Conviction. After you've healed 1 survivor while downed with at least 25% recovery progress, press the ability button to recover instantly. You gain broken and then downed again after 30 seconds. Here I was able to use Conviction after the killer slugged me to reposition myself. I figured I'd go to the corner of the map, but they probably wouldn't be able to find me. Spend some time working on a gen and then place myself in a corner to be picked up here shortly. Last Stand. After spending 60 seconds in the killer's terror radius while not in chase, when you fast vault, stun the killer for 3 seconds if they're within 2.5 meters. When testing this perk out, it was really hard to get it to activate. They have to be super close to you. And I'll just play it again here so you can see the blight getting stunned after I vault through the window. It does give you a different animation when you have it active, so you can see when you have it. Teamwork, Throwdown. When you pallet stun or blind the killer, other injured survivors within 24 meters gain endurance and see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. Killer updates. The Executioner. Increased punishment in the damn range to 10 meters was 8. Increased maximum rights of judgment duration to 10 seconds was 5. Increased rights of judgment trail lifeline to 90 seconds was 75. Decreased rights of judgment movement speed to 4.2 seconds. Okay, the inputs for the rights of judgment, punishment of the damned, and sending a survivor to a cage can now be held, starting the action as soon as it becomes available. Survivors who rescued from a cage now gain 10% haste endurance for 10 seconds. Okay, so they act like they were hooked or unhooked now. Increased blood point score for rescuing a survivor from cage to 2,000 was 550. Does that mean that hook perks will work with the cage? I doubt it, but it's now acting like a hook when you get uncaged. The Clown changes. Increased haste effect of after-use antidote to 12% was 10%. You get 12% haste now? Increased spread of after-use antidote gas cloud. Decrease the time it takes for after-use antidote gas cloud to activate 1 second was 2. That's going to be so nice. It's going to activate quicker when you're standing in it. Especially a cigar box. This is a huge cigar box build buff, which I know people are going to love. Decrease the hindered effect of after-use tonic to 12% was 15. Decrease the hindered effect linger time after-use tonic gas cloud 1 was 2. Okay, so they're nerfing the tonic and buffing the antidote. Increase move speed while reloading. Okay, that's buff. Decrease the time it takes to reload. Inputs for reloading and charging a throw can now be held, starting the action as soon as it becomes available. pig. Increase ambush movement speed to 7.1 seconds. Okay, buff. Increase crouch movement speed. Big buff there. Decrease the time it takes to crouch and uncrouch. Means they're going to change all the add-ons. Increase the rate at which the terror radius fades when crouching. Increase the rate at which the terror radius fades. Okay. The inputs for crouching and ambushing can now be held. Increase blood point score. Just going to get more blood points for playing her. Now award survival points instead of objective points. Okay. That means they're going to change all their add-ons. Night. Increase max patrol length 38 meters. Increase patrol path creation speed. Increase patrol path acceleration. Patrol path acceleration. Okay. Increase strafe speed while creating a patrol path to 100%. Increase the standard spawn time in the Carnifex to 8 seconds. Decrease the standard spawn time of the assassin to 4. Decrease the standard spawn time of the jailer to 4. Oh, that one's a huge change on the jailer. The input for starting a patrol path can now be held, starting at the action as soon as it becomes available. Increase the demon strike turn rate limit during the open phase of the attack to 540 degrees. Killer perks. Okay. Insidious. Decrease the time it takes to activate to 3, 2, and 1 second. Hubris. Increase the duration of the expose effect to 20, 25, and 30 was 10, 15, 20. Okay, that's a whole extra 10 seconds. That's pretty big. Dragon's Grip. Decrease cooldown to 60, 45, 30. Scourge Hook. Hangman's Trick. Increase the aura reading range to 12, 14, 16. Overwhelming Presence. It's getting a rework. When a survivor starts using an item within 32 meters of you, they gain exhausted for 15 seconds. Okay, interesting. When a survivor within 32 meters of you gains exhausted, you see the closest exhausted survivor's aura. Interesting. Okay, so they have to be using an item within 32 meters of you. That seems pretty situational. Franklin's Domain. Increased aura reading range from 30 to 48, 64 meters. Okay. What's the set one? No longer causes dropped items to lose charges. So it increases the aura rating, but you don't, the items don't lose their charges when you drop them. On the survivor perks. Potential Energy. No longer requires a minimum time spent repairing to activate. Decreases the amount of repair to earn a token. Any means necessary. Decrease the time it takes to raise a pallet from 5, 4, 3 seconds. Yeah, no one uses that, so I guess you buff it. I don't know if anyone will still use it. Better Together. The aura of the generator you're repairing no longer has a range limit. Increase the duration of survivor aura rating to 20, 25, 30 seconds. Still Sight. Decrease the time it takes to activate. 4, 3 to 2 seconds. Built to Last. Decrease the time spent in a locker to 8 seconds. Appraisal. Increases the number of tokens to 4. Was 3. Each chest can now be rummaged twice. Was once. Okay. Streetwise is getting a rework. The first time you deplete an item with charges, see the killer's aura for 8 seconds. Items with charges retrieved from chest have 80% charges. Detective Hunts. Increase aura reading duration to 20 seconds. Maps no longer track revealed object. Deja Vu. Maps no longer track revealed generators. What does that have to do with Deja Vu? Maps no longer track revealed generators. Okay, not sure about that one. Hooks. When only 2 survivors remain, letting 2 struggle skill checks pass without any input will immediately skip to the sacrifice sequence. Presets. We get more presets now. Players have access to a new preset system. Number of loadout presets and cosmetic presets was increased to 7. Cosmetic presets. Okay. Players can use a drop down to choose one they want to use. Presets can be renamed. That's cool. I like that. Loadout and cosmetic presets remain separate. Okay. Item rework. Map. Press the use item button to start channeling the map. Once fully channeled, consumes 1 charge to reveal auras of windows of pallets in range for a set duration. Okay. So it's kind of like a mini windows of opportunity. While reviewing auras, press the use item button to create a beam of light at your location. Wasn't that something the key could do before? Okay. Generators within 32 meters of the beam of light revealed to all survivors. Beam of light visible and audible to survivors only. Cool. Okay, new skins. Boulet brother art. The artist skin. And this Huntress skin. I personally love this Huntress skin. I think this skin looks awesome.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.